Greetings, housemates, and welcome back to Let's Win XCOM 2 Legend Ironman. I'm Phwop, and this is Operation Dragonblade. So, Dr. Julie Morris, scientist, 95 intel are our rewards. The thing about the extractions is that the time limit is, this is the hardest of all time limits. Anyone not extracted or in the extraction zone on the turn that the timer hits 1 at the end of that turn is completely lost to you. Now, I have heard that someone who gets lost in one of these missions can actually turn up in later missions as a rescue. They do not show up on the memorial wall as dead or missing in action. So it is conceivably possible you can get someone back, but I've easily lost more soldiers to these missions for effectively the whole game than any other type of mission. So be very, very, very aware of the timer and move distances that you have. With total concealment on, the timer is shorter, but it doesn't start ticking until you are revealed. Note that our objectives do not include killing aliens at all. So a nice safe extract is definitely one of the ways we'd like to go. We're also shooting for sergeants. So we're going to be bringing our 3 experienced soldiers. Sharpshooters can be tough here due to the way they like to perch up and hang back. It can be easy to leave your sharpshooter behind. And rookies. I may actually not take my sharpshooter. It's a tough one. Do I want to bring another rookie? I want to bring a sharpshooter. Our sharpshooter will certainly level up if we take her this mission, and it's really hard to pass on that. But like I've said, the deadlines are pretty brutal here. Let's actually bring 2 rookies. If this turns into a total shit show, we will still have our sniper ready to go on the next mission. At least 1 experienced soldier will be available. And like I've said, sharpshooters, there's great terrain for them, but their kind of mobility issues can be rather horrific. Then again, her accuracy is so much better than anyone else's. All right, we are just gonna play it safe. Now, do you wanna bring anything except explosives on this mission? No, because the timer's so hard, especially on your sharpshooter, you're gonna need something to attack with besides her sniper rifle, and the pistol is a little weak, so I suggest, boom, I suggest a grenade so that you can keep her up front and still have something to do. I do want her to level up, and that's why we're going to bring her. And we're going to bring Thulian, rookie Thulian. All right. Not much for us to do if we're, it may take more missions to get to Sergeant. I kind of expect that it does.
Ranger deployed.
Okay, we are going to keep an eye out for this supposed permanent objective bonus.
Picked up a weak distress signal coming from this area. The resistance confirmed it's one of their codes, so we're moving in to provide an emergency extraction.
I had one specialist go all the way through the game on my last campaign, and she hacked pretty much everything, and I don't believe I ever saw this hack bonus. But let's experiment. Okay, so this is one where we start off with the VIP.
Menace
And all we have to do is
1-5,
get
target
the
coordinates
VIP
incoming.
there,
Secure
and we
the
get
VIP
all
and
of our
proceed to the
intel
evac
and a
volume
successful
for
mission.
extraction.
Getting our soldiers there is a big
Help me
bonus.
get out of here, and I'll contribute
Advent already
anything I
knows we're
can.
here, so your position isn't concealed.
Having
for
a
the
Phantom
extraction.
Ranger on this particular mission type is so good. Okay, because we don't have to open a door, we can get all up in this building. And our regular troops can do that. Our Ranger, of course, can't open any of these doors. I'd love to have a battle scanner right now just to check out this building. We can get pretty far across, and is that a graveyard? We do have to cross this crazy open zone here. And we want to be really cautious with our concealment. Since we did not start concealed, the true concealment mod actually doesn't kick in for this mission. So we've got the standard 12 turns. Generally it's reduced by like 1. And of course the counter will start timing down immediately. So we really have to get a move on. And we really need to know. I need to know
Órdenes confirmadas. Marchando.
if there's enemies over here. I'd appreciate this guy telling me so. There could even be enemies over at the end of the map, at the end of this building. Okay, being able to cross all this terrain on top of the roof is really nice, as it restricts our line of sight for our revealed characters. And, you know, basically, it also lets us, if anyone is up here, we can drop them like it's hot. Now, if we get dropped, that would be horrific. You can lose so many valuable troops. It's instant death, basically, to get hit by a grenade and dropped. Fortunately, the enemies do not have AoEs just yet. Anyone who might activate a pod, basically anyone but our Phantom Ranger, I am not putting next to, not putting anywhere. This should be safe for the most part, but this is definitely safest here.
Go, go, go!
Copy that.
Note how little line of sight we have down here. Nice and safe. Not revealing anything down there we don't have to. Also, there's just a wall here, so it's pretty... Now, over here, this shouldn't reveal anything either. But if you can, make sure you go over the top of that instead of around it for maximum safeness. Okay, so we're sprinting with everyone. We saw that this roof was clear. There are no enemies up here. Basically, when Marquez moved up. So that means that we can just kind of sprint forward to gain time. Okay, I want to know if there's anything down there. And then I really want to know if there is anyone in here who's going to see me. Alright, what is our visibility down in this building? Seems to be pretty good. So I'd much rather trigger enemies down in there where I can throw grenades and all sorts of stuff down on them.
I've got eyes on an advent position.
Shit. Okay, we still have a number of actions left, however, and we do have height advantage over these guys, so not the end of the world. The plan, then, is to grenade the crap out of someone. there are many things to hack. First things first, let's see what hack can do for us. We're just gonna scope it out. Doesn't take any actions to take a peek. Do not do this with haywire. It won't use up your haywire, but you could get totally boned. These are both excellent. Defensive mobility on enemies is bad, of course. We might save disorient, as that could really help us out. Disorient enemies can't use special abilities like mark or grenade or bind or tongue or whatever. And they have a mobility and aim penalty, which is awesome. This is also what flashbang does. And a 1 in 3 chance isn't the worst. Soldier gains complete immunity for the next 2 attacks. That can be really important. It could let our hacker tank shots. And of course, giving them defensive mobility is not the worst thing in the world. Now, the way we want to do this, if anyone's going to take a wound, it should be our rookie. Let's get... Well, our sniper can move here to heavy cover. How do you feel about grenades? Can I not get a grenade down here? Okay. A successful hack will use up your whole turn. One of these guys is gonna get a shot. I don't like that. But I'm gonna try and deal with it.
Fire in the hole!
Okay, our sharpshooter can move up here, can even take heavy cover and still have height advantage. And right here,
move into position.
the other trooper can't see us. And that's fine. I could have taken this position, then I could see both, and I'd probably get a sniper rifle shot off on both. But if she's here, he can't see him. And maybe he won't be able to see her next turn.
Hostile neutralized.
And what I can do is give him aid protocol to make him harder to hit for the admin that can see him, as he's the only target that the enemy can currently see. Now, what to do with this guy? If I move up, I expose him worse than the rookie is exposed. I am instead just going to shift to right here for better grenade range next turn. And we're just going to hustle a little farther forward than we were. Okay, this guy, he's got a free attack. If he just runs away, I'm pretty cool with that. He does spell trouble for our ranger. Don't know how far that guy got. But we don't want to reveal ourselves just for him. So we've still got 10 turns. Let's drop down here. We just want to find the quickest, safest, least enemy-filled path. And it would be good to know that this is empty of advent. And wherever this dude is going, I assume he's actually heading to join up with the squad somewhere over here. So I don't think he's going to flank or reveal us. Shit. But he did. I can't believe we didn't see him right there from our first position. That's obnoxious. Okay, now things just got real and unfortunate. And I have no aid protocol to give. Sigh, XCOM. Okay, there's heavy cover for our sniper. And height advantage.
I'm all over it.
This would be a great time to nail that hack. If we don't, it's not going to increase their offense, but it will increase their defense. Which definitely sucks for us. Let's scoot back. We'd like to use aid protocol and something else next turn.
Infiltrating their system.
All right, we're just gonna pray to the RN Jesus to deliver us from our horrible fate. And we lucked out. Now our hack chance was, what was our hack stat?
We've got access.
55. Thankfully, it did disorient everything. If you pay attention to the list over here, you can actually see what enemies there are. That does not mean they'll miss, but it is better than nothing, that is for sure.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
All right, so nice and lucky, but there wasn't much choice after all that. The sectoid is no mean shot, but we can't one-shot him. And since we had a chance to one-shot that trooper, we're going to. Promotion earned, well earned as well. Our scientist here . I almost want to use her as a potential tank. With them disoriented and her hunker adding lots of defense, plus the dodge chance of hunker. It's pretty safe to move her up and let them maybe take shots at her. But that still is just, it's so risky. It hurts my soul to even think about it. Ten turns. We are going to drop her down in hunker. And I don't know how their AI works. So 2 sectoids and 4 troopers left. No, we only see 1 sectoid and 2 troopers. All right, they're going to Overwatch because their aim sucks. Yeah, that's what you get for facing the wrong direction and standing there like a doofus. Okay, the disorient pays off big by preventing the sectoid from doing anything but overwatching. Okay, we've got 2 shots here. The troopers are our primary targets. 75% chance is solid.
Hostile neutralized. What do we got here?
Am I going to PsyOps this playthrough? Do you mean, am I going to get the Psy Lab early? Yes. Psy Lab's really, really good. Okay, so this Overwatch, somebody has to run it. We can try and kill these guys. Yeah, let's actually try and kill this guy first. You can at least wound him, hopefully. Oh my goodness. Rookie's OP. If we're gonna run, so we do have combat protocol. We can just give him a little zap. He is disoriented, and if we put aid protocol on our ranger can get very close and slash him. Now, the chance that our ranger is going to trigger another pod of aliens is pretty high. It would be a sectoid and 2 troopers. But we are kind of well positioned to deal with them. I would say the chance of triggering another pod is pretty much guaranteed. Let's instead okay, let's use aid protocol. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and use combat protocol as well. A little jolt there. Weakens this guy. And negates their Overwatch, allowing us to sneak Mo safely closer, where the shotgun gains superior bonuses. 54% chance, yeah, I will take that. Okay, and we're gonna keep the package moving forward. Right now, I would say I am 3 dashes with everyone from getting there, 4 if I want to play it safe. That's 3 or 4 turns. That means we've got about 4 turns if I want to play it safe. Say I save 5 turns to move from this position to here. That means I have 4 turns to fight. Since we had a... Alright, good to know exactly where they are. I told you we would probably trigger them if we rush this dude. This guy gets an actual turn. Oh, he flees. Is there a cooldown on combat protocol? No. Okay, let's make the merest move to collect this.
Bien, me muevo al objetivo.
What is it? Advanced autoloader. Nice.
Los científicos querrán ver esto.
And we can see that guy. Definitely time for this shot. Low cover squad site. If we can pick this guy off before we trigger that other pod, all the better.
Come on, focus.
I would much rather he not rejoin the other squad. Okay, and we also know now where the other squad is, since there's only 3 squads except when you get to very difficult missions. So let's take our shot here. This guy's probably just gonna run. If we luck out, oh, he won't be able to. All right, perfect. 3 enemies left. We know exactly where they are thanks to the disorient tags that popped up when they were no longer disoriented.
Solid copy.
Like I've said, the only bonuses rookies have is their positioning. So we're gonna move over here to get up on this roof. Our specialist still has a grenade. But I think following the rookie is not a bad idea. And we can actually go up, over, and then drop down on here, maybe without fighting these guys at all, which would be for the best. So we are changing direction here. Thanks to newly acquired battlefield information. Okay, having the ranger there where he can flank isn't a bad idea. He is a little low on ammo, but that's fine. He's got a grenade. There aren't that many turns we need to fight left. Let's see, post, ladder, yeah.
Heading to that location.
Do not spend too much time reloading on these missions. It can be a horrific waste of your time. Okay, scientist getting a move on. Specialist also booking it.
Okay.
Getting a feel for how many enemies are on a map is really important as well. Let's go for this position.
Solid copy.
Note that I'm not reloading her. She's got a pistol and a grenade. She is a close quarters combat unit right now. This guy... It's certainly not time to trigger the enemy. So let's back up and then see how far you can go.
Ubicación confirmada.
Remember, you do not have to kill all these guys. Sure, you want the XP and the promotions, the glory, the fame, that kind of stuff. Also, don't block ladders for other people. Do not move here, even though it's heavy cover, unless you absolutely have to. I suggest not even deviating. We're going to take a blue move in case we need to react to something here. Ooh, we did not reveal the enemy. Perfect. Okay, are the other ways up? Yeah, okay. They don't really have great ways to get up here.
Moving out.
Move here. Since he moved that way without revealing any enemy squads, that means the rest of us can too.
Got it. Moving.
Whoa, 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 sir. That was way unnecessarily risky. Pay more attention than I just did to what your troops are doing. 6 turns, plenty of time if we're not fighting.
Good to go.
Bien.
The civilian is just gonna take her Thunderdome self out of here. Remember that your forward troops are the ones you need to move first, or who risk exposing you to additional combat most. So it's safest to move them first, because you want to have all the actions you possibly can to react to that kind of thing.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
We're really not pushing it because we definitely don't want combat if we can help it.
Vamos, vamos.
Fuck us.
Fuerzas de Advent sobre el terreno.
Okay, it'll take these guys a while to engage, but our sharpshooter's pretty exposed. And can't really get all that safe. Alright, sometimes it can be difficult to actually get up there. Note that we can climb this pole, and that's the one our sharpshooter is going to have to gun for. We've got 4 turns after this, 3 turns basically to get there. And it's going to be close. We do have an aid protocol left because I did save an action on our sharpshooter because that's real important stuff. The question is, do I move out here? We might not be able to take more than 1 shot with our rifle. It might encourage it to raise a zombie. What's inside this place? Is there a place to hide? Have the civilians taken all the good places? I can grenade that guy. My ranger can drop down. I think I can hide here, actually.
Moving out.
Let's see. They didn't go into Overwatch, and we can extract the VIP right now. that is the best thing to do. Note that you can extract after all your movement is up. Plus, she gives us a little intel on where the enemy is. And mission successful. In your face advent. Now this guy's coming up that ladder. If he had grenades, we'd be extra screwed. The reason I didn't use aid protocol on her, if I could help it, was so I could fuck this guy's day up with Overwatch. Sadly, oh wait. Come on, come on. If we could drop the floor out from under him, that would be perfect. Unfortunately, we can't. So, he's going to add his Overwatch to ours. This thing, obviously, we are totally going to have to kill. And we do have a couple turns. Resist, resist, resist. It doesn't look like panic is bad. Because she'll do something foolish. No. Yeah, and with lower accuracy. This guy hopefully bites the dust right here. No, no, bad. Where's our... Oh, okay. I can't believe he couldn't see that, but it makes perfect sense now that I look. Okay. That was his use of Mind Spin. Our Ranger can totally get to him. Here's how it's going down. Our Ranger is going to take aid protocol. Our Specialist is going to drop this guy like he's hot. Grenade, of course, not enough to deal the damage necessary, but the drop will do. This mystical double damage dash and slash is definitely going to happen. And hopefully it will, that Overwatch shot is going to miss us because we're so aid protocoled. And dashing. Dashing should help. So that eats his Overwatch. And I don't really expect this to kill it, but I didn't expect it to miss either. And then we're reduced to this guy. Can get a nice flank on that trooper. With height advantage, this is closer to the evac zone, so this is the way I'm gonna go. Now that all our Overwatch is done for. Basically, what got us a good bit of success here is 96%. Pretty good chance for a one-shot. What made the deal here is that the enemy had to move to engage us. Now, I assume this guy's gonna raise a zombie. He could take a shot at some of us. There's like flanked people and all sorts of awful. Ooh, definitely the wrong person. They definitely do not prioritize panic targets very highly. However, they can easily attack panic targets. Do not doubt that they will hesitate. Let's just kill this guy. We've got 2 turns worth of movement. She definitely has to move forward some, but not much to get there. Yeah, we can kill this guy, and then we can have a whole turn to move and a whole nother turn to move. Yeah, we're good. Combat protocol. So Let's shift her to decent cover
Closing on target position now.
and use her grenade. Note that you can close doors and stuff, but a lot of doors.
Take this.
Okay. Yeah, you're hurt. He can't do a whole lot, but he's already in good position to get out.
Back online.
Overwatch is probably what I'm going to do with him, unless there's just no point. Here, we're going to go for point blank.
Ya voy.
Shotgun shot, like I've said, more accurate than the sword. 100% chance to hit, as you may have noticed. And a crit, yes, is enough to kill. Plus, if it dropped any loot, we would automatically pick it up. And then everyone else is nice and safe.
Understood. Moving out.
We also could have dropped down, used combat protocol if it had any health left. That extra damage could have sealed the deal.
Roger that.
And if you can, just get everyone out once all your enemies are dead. There is a mod that's like extract all that gives you a button that like pulls everyone out of the extraction zone. But I try not to install mods that I don't need. Okay, so we are cutting it awfully close. This is definitely the quickest way up, so we're getting close to here. And we made it without wounds.
Got it.
Impressively, an excellent mission.
Let's go.
Could have turned out much worse, but Thulian, our rookies this game have been exceptional. Can't extract them until they stop moving.
Vamos.
Just in time.
Just in time indeed, guys. The roof definitely worked out for us. It did use up all of our extra time. But I'm glad I brought grenades on everyone. You saw how much that sniper grenade finished it. We could have run away from the sectoid, but if he had slowed us down, anyone had panicked or anything, we would have missed. So it's much better to try and kill it off. Since we had the time, just barely. Carlos Marquez did everything. You'll note our successful shot percentage was really, really high. That's because positioning is overpowered. Please nerf positioning. I was interested, there's a mod that increases low cover from 20 to 30 defense. Something like that happened in Long War. It was 30 and 45 instead of 20 and 40. But there's also a whole aim rebalancing for that game. Because eventually you got to the point where cover didn't matter, because like a heavy floater could hit you in heavy cover as long as it was flying with like no chance of missing.
The aliens must be getting nervous by now.
All right, so no sergeants, that's fine. A corporal is good. I really, really, really dislike return fire. I think it's pretty lame, especially on a sharpshooter on your class with a sniper rifle. So I'm going with that. And another grenadier, exactly what we needed to fill in the gap in our roster. Good job, Thulian. Way to pay attention to the roster before you left on the mission. That's the kind of rookie I am looking for. That's how you earn your promotions. All right, 8 kills in 3 missions, not enough to hit Sergeant. Next mission probably is. The advanced autoloader and another scientist are perfect.
Impressive effort,
Plus 95
My
intel.
expectations were
Maybe
high, and
we'll
yet
actually make
you have
it.
exceeded them.
One of the I'd hate to give up that 25% faster research speed, though. So no, our supply drop is in 8 days. Finishing up resistance communication with 6 days to spare can net you a pretty decent income increase here.
We've had our suspicions, but before now we've never
Which
had
is
the
exciting.
resources to investigate the possibility of clandestine advent facilities built up outside the city centers. Now that we've gotten word of this black site,
Research time.
I have to admit, I'm worried
Once
about
we
what
finish this
might
research,
find.
then we're gonna go straight
Could be doing
for
anything in there.
I am still hard at work on the
weapons or
current
armor.
research
If we go for
priority, Commander.
armor, it can reduce, even if we do get hit, it'll basically protect the experience we've gained on our soldiers as best we can, which is super, super important. That experience is what makes or breaks your game. If we go with mag weapons, then we're still riding the razor's edge when it comes to defense. Any shot against us could kill off a very valuable team member, but suddenly we start to be able to annihilate these guys in one shot with our more powerful weapons. When I put it like that, it actually sounds like armor is the way to go.
From my own experience, Advent generally deploys heavy security rather than subterfuge when it comes to protecting their primary facilities.
Okay, after our recent success, members of the Resistance brought us some reports. Rookies, you're gonna want these rookie ones. But let's gather these supplies for 2 days and get Resistance comms working.
Avenger plotting new course.
You definitely want to collect those rookies, though, because that's 120 supply worth of rookies. That's more than I'm going to get from the supply drop, maybe double what the supply drop has to offer.
Strategic resource located. Avenger plotting new course.
Plus, yeah, you need a pretty big barracks to deal with the difficulty here.
This research can only further our advances, Commander.
All right, Resistance communications, Cipher, Resistance comms, Resistance radio, Resistance contact. I do kind of wish the basic weapons did not suck quite so hard. We can now build the Resistance comm building to increase our contact. 1. You do need Advent troopers for all of this. The special armors are incredibly good, and they do come with heavy weapons. So I'm going to say the armor, because it does give you access to the exosuit, also increases your offense in a way. It does take a couple turns, or a couple days for the exosuits to be built, but we're going to go straight for armor as it safeguards the experience on our troops. And gives us access to some pretty sweet
We can
stuff.
now work to establish contact with local resistance groups operating out of regions around the globe. Once we've collected sufficient intel to make
All right, we
contact,
can contact
we'll
these
need to
guys.
scan the
How much does
target
it
region
cost?
for the
6
operative
to 8
signal.
days?
After we pay the initial intel cost to make contact, we'll have
And
to scan
80
the region
intel.
for a few days before the local resistance
So
cell
expensive.
comes out of hiding. Once we find
We have
them, we'll be up and
155
running in the
intel.
new
We can
region.
contact one of these. We know which one to contact. It has to be this one. Not only is this one worth more supplies, but per supply drop, but it contains the black site, and you have to get a move on that Avatar project. It says it can take 6 to 8 days. Let's make
Setting
contact.
course for Sector 5, India.
And if it takes more than 6 days, because it'll probably happen after this.
Commander,
Yeah, it's going to take
using
7
intel
days.
collected so
We're
far,
not
we've
going to get
managed
this
to locate a
bonus
resistance
before our next
cell
supply drop,
operating
so
out
let's
of
just
this
pick up the
region.
rookies instead.
It'll take us some
We
time
paid
to
our
scan
intel
for their
costs.
exact position, though. Commander will need to completely scan this region before we can establish contact
And-
with the local resistance. I'd advise we stick around and finish the
That's
job.
all we
The
need.
choice is yours.
Okay, we've cleared away alien debris. I want the proving ground. Laboratory, also a great choice. But the proving ground since we have Illyrium cores, that's a huge increase in our combat capability. The Advanced Warfare Center, once again, will take away from our research, which is brutal. A lab would be nice, but I'm going to need a power relay soon, and the Proving Ground can just add so much combat potential to your troops. Right? Alright, time to second guess myself. Whichever one we choose is going to use up the rest of our power. Yeah, here we go.
Commander, we've pushed our current power systems to the limit. We don't have any capacity to spare, which means we can't expand our facilities further.
Do I want to finish the Proving Ground in half-time? Or I could finish the Guerrilla Tactics School in 7 days. Let's make sure we have squad size as soon as possible. So we're going to assign Leathy to finish this up. We'll certainly have a mission sometime within the next 6 days. So let's hope this finishes up before the mission after the next one. And of course, when he's done with that, we can switch in the Proving Grounds. I'd love to have another engineer to clear debris, but we're going to get a supply drop. I don't desperately need the supply, and when I do clear the debris, all I'm building is a power relay. It'll be a while. Let's get the most out of the buildings that we've already paid for first.
Not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing.
Okay, this is +1 health. Takes up a pocket. Pretty lame. Plated armor. We need alien alloys. We don't have any. We need those for the weapons too. Resistance radio would be the economic choice. Let's finish modular weapons.
I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
Can we get... We can get alloys from here. How long is that going to take?
Commander, I'm going to need more help on the engineering team before I can start clearing out some of these other rooms. We should recruit an engineer.
Is it gonna be worth it? Okay, we do need squad size, kind of trumps everything. Alexei Ignatiev, Hendrik Vandermeer. Alexei is a veteran.
These findings will likely prove crucial to our ongoing efforts, Commander.
Alright, modular weapons. We are wrapping these up quite quickly. We have more scientists than I'm used to this early in the game. Well, let's start on magnetic weapons since we can't go armor. I could get resistance radio. That will help shore up our income. Plus, it'll reveal continent bonuses and allow us to take them over time. Resistance radio is a good way to use up extra supplies. Since we're not going to be able to build buildings very soon, resistance radio is really kind of a good call. But the more you put off magnetic weapons, the longer it takes before you have them. Every 5 days is at least one mission you're going to have to tackle in my playbook. Rule of thumb for me. Let's go with resistance radio and hope we can get some alloys sometime soon. If the black market pops up,
I'll notify you as soon
we
as
definitely
the report is
could.
available.
Let's
Setting
pop by
course
Resistance
for
headquarters.
Sector 14, East Asia.
Nothing on the local comms. Advent's been quiet lately.
Commander,
All right, our
we
first
have a
retaliation
squad ready to
mission.
move on the Resistance Haven currently under siege by the aliens. Give the word and we'll move out.
Operation Winter God. Stop the Advent retaliation. All right. This is going to be the next episode. It's 1:25 Eastern right now. All right. I am going to stop here for today. Thanks for joining me for these live streams. I hope you've enjoyed them. Remember to give us a thumbs up on anything you can, and to subscribe if you want to know when more episodes are coming out or when I start live streaming. And join me next time as we tackle our first retaliation in this Legend Ironman playthrough of XCOM 2, Operation Winter God. We will be taking our AS team. We'll probably get our first sergeant out of it, and thanks to us rushing the Guerrilla Tactics School, we should be able to purchase Squad Size Increase 1, which is the very first big power boost you get in the game. And after that, I don't know, if we can get some alloys, that would be sick, but I kind of doubt that you get alloys from this. After that, we're going to focus on modular weapons. Some alloys will come to us before that research is completed, whether we have to steal them through the black market or they reward us through some mission. It remains to be seen, but I think this is, by far the best start I've gotten to a Legend playthrough, and I don't think the Legend difficulty is really possible until you know almost all the ins and outs of the game, as it is super, super hardcore. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Remember, guys, it's all downhill from here.